Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. As you can see, we have the dinosaur tapestry on the table and we'll be using the Soul Cats Tarot for today's daily tarot reading. This is for the 15th of February 2024. Dinosaurs and cats. We'll see how this goes since that is an odd combination. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, my lovelies, I have all your cards out on the table. We have 1 ace, 12 major arcanas. I did notice 2 synchronicities, and apologies if I missed a few, but we have 222 and 666 showing up for you. Let's get started with the best part of your day. We have the moon in the reverse. A 3 of wands in the reverse. Page of pentacles in the reverse. The 2 of swords, the ace of wands, and we have the high priestess. I actually kind of like this because that means where you were stuck between a rock and a hard place, not transitioning, which we've had. The end of a cycle, the transition and beginning of a new cycle is kind of a theme in the last few days. Not knowing which way to turn. Now, that's actually being revealed. You're gaining that information. We literally have 2 cards that says that you're gaining that information. Enough that you're able to take action. Okay, so the light bulb goes on. We know where we're standing and basically what direction we need to go in, what choices we're making, how we need to execute something. That opens up. So we've got a bit of a foundation, or as my ancestors say, bedrock. Ha ha ha. We have the dinosaur tapestry. So the little town of Bedrock. So for those of you that used to watch the Flintstones as a kid, whether that was the Flintstones movie or the cartoon, there is your little reference. Okay. So we're getting our foundation going, our bedrock. We're getting our feet back under us. That way we can actually move ahead in the correct way for whatever changes we're trying to initiate, or manifestations we're trying to initiate, timelines, cycles that we're trying to jump. Maybe we can finally do that if we've been stuck or have been a little slow to start. All right. We're going to jump right into the worst part of our day. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. The 2 of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands in the reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. The 5 of Cups, the Magician, the Queen of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, Judgment, and the Tower reversed. Yeah. Between a rock and a hard place. Not knowing which way to turn. We literally start off with 2 cards that say we basically haven't been seeing movement, or could potentially not see movement as our worst outcome or worst potential, worst part of our day. And it's not that it's any real struggle with our physical reality. 5 of Wands reverse, King of Pentacles reverse. It's not the physical realm that is the issue. What's out of whack is how we feel internally, what we're doing internally, or not doing internally. And in this case, some of us have probably been maybe bemoaning some bit of fortune or luck, abundance that we felt like maybe we should have had or have gotten easier. That's actually prevented us from creating, moving on, taking action, powering through to the end result. What we really needed to do is let go of that perception and move on like we're called to do. Okay. However, the bad news is, for some of us, that's not going to change. Crying over spilt milk. Yeah. Between a rock and a hard place. You may end up staying between the rock and the hard place. Right in the bedrock. But just that big old boulder you can't budge. Like I said, it's not to do with your physical realm. It's how you think and how you feel about things. The imbalance internally. The energies within. Okay. So we have some internal things to reorganize if we're to get that pathway, the answers to open up, so we know exactly what we do need to do. I do have quite a few cards here for our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle, so bear with me. We have the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in the reverse, the Lovers reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, the Devil, the Hangman, Justice, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups reversed, the King of Swords reversed, the Four of Cups, Strength, the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Wands reversed, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, remember, the imbalance is internally, how we think and how we feel about things. Not necessarily in our physical realm. King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, reverse, Queen of Pentacles. How we feel about things that were broken, falling apart, not executed correctly, or maybe just can't come together properly. And how to fix that, how to resolve that. In other words, staring at the problem instead of going, "Aw, that didn't work." Instead we go, okay, what can I do differently? Because we're looking at it from a perspective of things didn't work. Well, let's look at it from a building standpoint with what we have in the now to make it work. And we're going to do that all while paying attention to the things we made connections to that actually failed. Acknowledging, okay, that didn't work. Well, what does? Believe it or not, what was halting you, the obstacles you got, were there for you to learn and gain a new perspective. But at the same time, it's that new perspective you have to involve yourself in. Like I said, the answer lies in how you think and how you feel about it. All to rebalance. So this is the counterbalance, the temperance in reverse that we saw earlier. That new perspective of shifting how we're looking at the problem. That reminds me of, what was it? Big Hero 6. Main character's brother picks him up, holds him upside down, and tells him to look at it from a new perspective. To look at it from a new angle to find a solution. Literally picks him up and holds him upside down. And that's kind of what the hangman does anyway. And you're basically doing that. Okay. What I had tried to build, my little sandcastle, fell apart. How can I make it stand upright? And make it last. Make it endure. Now, throughout the process, sadly, when this is going on, as much as we may start with good intentions, with that new, fresh approach, there's always going to be moments where, as we think about things, the negativity, how the why is me, the bemoaning, the negative self-talk is going to creep back in. Let it die. Disconnect from the negativity. Don't self-sabotage, in other words. We finally shifted over to a new way of operating, examining, observing, learning, and hopefully executing as a final result when we find the solution. The worst thing we can do is revert back into that negative self-talk, the negative emotions, and spiral downward. Don't self-sabotage. So beware of this brainstorming thinking session that you don't revert back to that. Stick with something that is actually going to progress you. Something that's going to give you benefit, not only emotionally, to create stability in the long run. Because remember, we're dealing with our foundation and our bedrock. We're trying to lay all that groundwork, all the layers, working with it all. But being able to calm our emotions in the face of perceived failure, shortcomings, lack of confidence, or material wealth, abundance, etc. is going to be not so easy. Like I said, there's the potential for self-sabotage. That is probably one of your biggest obstacles you see on the table. Not just not executing everything, but potentially stopping yourself when you're actually on the correct path to finding your solution, to figuring it out and seeing it through. And don't jump the gun. Be inquisitive. Look at it, examine, brainstorm. Yes, that does not require action. That is internal. Like I said, we're not doing things on a physical, problematic scale. We're doing the internal, emotional, mental problem solving, the brainstorming, laying the foundation before we try to execute something. So this is not a, oh, we'll do this and go out and do it. No, double check. Make sure you've got things right. And yes, that may mean you need to slow down. And if we've been in between a rock and a hard place, like they keep giving me that, it's best to be able to freely move first before you just try to, roll downhill, bulldoze your way through. Any thoughts, ideas, answers, solutions emotional balance. Not action. Not quite yet. We have to have all the answers and the solution and a working plan before we take action. Sounds, well, wise, probably pretty prudent. And if things have been tough, despite anything that you've endured, it's best to, check it twice, do it once, rather than making yourself have to go through it over and over and over and over again. All because you jumped the gun or cut yourself off at the knees and it didn't lay the groundwork, didn't create that bedrock, that foundation that would see you be secure. All right. I did add up all your cards. For the sake of numerology, everything here adds up to 229, which reduces to 4, which is strategy and foundation, bedrock. Little town of Bedrock. Yes, now I have that song stuck in my head and it won't go away. So if you know it, hey, you can join me in the earworm. And for those of you that do like the astrology, Moon in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. Time for a change, big and small. Work on what you want to change, why you want to change it, and how you can make it happen, which is literally what we see here. The brainstorming, the planning, the layering, getting the foundation so you have a proper place to build from. Not necessarily executing, not necessarily going out and doing or jumping the gun, any of that, just the behind the scenes, the internal, the groundwork. Bedrock. All right, I'm going to stop with that because they keep on giving me it and it's not going to help. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And if any of this resonated for you, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. It's the quickest way to let me know that you resonate with the reading. I will list the deck in the description box down below if you're not familiar with it. Feel free to holler at me in the comments section down below as well if you feel keen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.